Hey everyone, so something pretty massive is happening in the world of XRP. And it's not just about the day-to-day price swings. A huge chunk of XRP is being pulled right off the market. In this explainer, we're going to break down what's going on and, more importantly, what it could mean for the future. All right, let's get into it.
So let's start with the big number. 780 million XRP has just been locked away, taken out of the open market. I mean, just to put that into perspective, that's more than the entire supply of some other pretty major cryptocurrencies. This is way more than just a number. It's a huge signal.
But you hear this term locked all the time. What does it actually mean for a crypto asset to be locked up? Is this good news? Is it bad news? And the big question is, what does this trend mean for the asset down the road? Well, let's figure that out.
Okay, so hitting this new record is a massive milestone for sure. But what's really interesting to me is that it feels like it's just a stepping stone to something even bigger. The market seems to have its sights set on a very specific target, and we're getting closer to it every single day.
And you don't have to just take my word for it. As crypto analyst ChartNerd puts it, that 1 billion XRP target, it really doesn't feel so far away anymore. But why that number? Why is a billion so important? Well, it's because hitting that target could signal a major shift in who really holds the power in the XRP ecosystem.
So let's get right to the point. When we say locked supply, it just means these XRP tokens are completely out of play. You can't trade them on an exchange, they're not part of the daily back and forth. This means the actual liquid supply, the stuff you and I can trade, is shrinking. And whenever a supply starts to shrink, well, interesting things tend to happen with its value.
So the big question is, who or what is behind this? Who's buying up all this XRP and just taking it off the table? Well, the answer seems to lie with one of the most powerful tools in finance today, the Exchange Traded Fund, or ETF. And if you're a little fuzzy on what an ETF is, don't worry, we're about to make it super simple.
I want you to imagine a giant financial vacuum cleaner, just sucking up all the loose XRP from the market. That's pretty much what's happening with these ETFs. You've got these huge financial institutions creating investment products for their clients, and to do that, they have to buy and hold massive amounts of the real asset, in this case, XRP.
And this slide right here shows you the chain reaction perfectly. It starts with step 1, the big institutions buy up enormous amounts of XRP. Then, step 2, those tokens get locked away in a vault, basically to back the financial products they're selling. And the direct result, step 3, the supply that's left for everyone else to trade gets smaller and smaller.
Let's think about it like this. On one side, you have this pool of XRP that's circulating. It's available for you, for me, for everyone to buy and sell every day. But on the other side, you have this massive, growing pile of XRP that's essentially locked away in an institutional vault. And as that pile in the vault gets bigger, the pool we're all trading from gets smaller. That's the dynamic that's creating all this buzz.
Okay, so this brings us to the most important part of the conversation. What does all of this actually mean for the price and future of XRP? I mean, with a billion tokens getting closer and closer to being locked away, we could be looking at a pretty major shift in the market. Let's explore what that could look like.
You can see it right here. We're already at 780 million, and that institutional momentum is only building. Now, as that first bar gets closer and closer to that $1 billion mark, you can just imagine the pressure that's going to build on the supply that's left over.
It all comes down to basic economics, right? When something valuable becomes harder to get, its price tends to go up. A smaller, tighter supply of XRP could lead to a more stable price, maybe less of those wild swings we see, and it could give more control to the people who are already holding the asset.
And let's be really clear here. This isn't just some random market event. This is a very calculated, very systematic absorption of supply by some of the biggest players in the financial world. It's a steady, controlled trend, and it doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon.
All right, and now for a very quick but very important reminder. This explainer is just for informational purposes. We're here to break down the news, give you the context, give you the facts, but when it comes to your money and your investments, you have to do your own research. Please be smart about it.
So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. With all this institutional money pouring in, and with the available supply of XRP shrinking by the day, maybe the real question isn't if a major supply squeeze is going to happen, but when. And when it does, how will the market react? Something to think about.